Hey Scorpios, how y'all doing? Welcome. We are going to be taking a look at your messages for Scorpio season, for your season. So as you can see, we have your home key here of the Death card in position. We're going to be taking a look at what's coming up to be released for you during this season. What is the gift on the other side of releasing whatever this is, and then your advice moving forward. So as you likely well know, Scorpio season is very much about examining what is working within your given circumstance, what is expired and maybe for the compost, or what is expired that's coming up for refurbishment or, reawakening or really holding out and going, okay, what can we breathe new life into, right? What do we not want to let go of? What do we want to let go of? All of those things, right? So we're going to begin here by taking a look at where you are now. Where you are now for your own season. Where are you during your personal New Year season? Right. That's like, of course, like Scorpios are going to come in with like a big statement right away. I'm here for it. So where you are currently is the 10 of Swords, or where you are for Scorpio season, I should say, is the 10 of Swords. So the swords rule the realm of the mind, thought processes, right? The thoughts that we think, the belief systems that we hold. And the 10 of Swords is about the end of a given cycle or the ending of something. So it's interesting because we're looking at the death key and then we're looking at someone who is clearly dead, right? So this speaks of certain thoughts or belief systems or thought patterns, right? That are coming up for review and being, coming to an end. That are coming up for, the compost, as it were. You could have exhausted yourself on having certain, self-defeating, thoughts or certain stories that you tell yourself that you inherited. You could just have exhausted yourself mentally where you go, you know what? I'm done with thinking that this is the only way forward. I'm done with thinking the worst. I'm done with not believing in myself and thinking, thoughts of the, imposter syndrome. I'm tired of questioning myself. I'm tired of, not moving forward, whatever this is. But you are ready to move on and carve new pathways. And I'm even hearing like new neural pathways in your own mind and the way that your mind works, the way that you think about things. Right? It really feels like we're looking at it like I'm ready to lay ABC to rest and really shift things so that I can be in a new energy and have different experiences, right? Because if thoughts are things, this is saying you're really putting an end to something within your mental landscape and ready to manifest things that you've never manifested before with your current mind landscape, right? Really nice. So let's take a look at what's coming up to be reversed. Oh, that took no time at all. More swords. Well, hello. So what's coming up to be reversed is the Knight of Swords. So what's really fascinating about this is that the Knight of Swords is that energy of that blunt communication, those harsh truths, but also really speaking before you think things all the way through. It's kind of like that mouth, diarrhea, forgive my French. That's like, oh, I just say whatever comes into my mind, or I don't, have an active filtration system because I just like, blah, 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 right? So it's really, this is an aspect of when we, use our words as swords, and they can really cut, cut deeply. See how this horse is like looking back at the rider going, are we sure we want to do this? He's like, yes, go, go, go. Because remember, the knights are about action as well. So it's interesting here that this is coming up for release. I feel like for you personally, there's an aspect of this that says what's coming up for release is the how you speak to yourself. How you treat yourself mentally, right? It's not because how you speak to other people. And when your words are sharp or weapons or swords towards other people, that then hands down 100% of the time, that's a reflection of how you speak to yourself and the words that you use with yourself. So I feel like this is really coming up for review for you and going, you know what and again, with this 10 of Swords, like, what do I think? So I feel like with this as well, we've got the two horses here as a mirror, which I rather like. I feel like this is coming up to say as well, like, during this season, I really want to shift my own internal narrative, and I also want to shift the ways in which I communicate to those who I love or those around me, and that the change really, cliche as it is, begins with me. Really examining your relationship to your communication styles and your word choice, right? And your own belief systems. So let's take a look at what you get. What is the gift on the other side of releasing this Knight of Swords? Blunt speaking energy. Wow, Scorpio. It's just like, it's the swords reading. I'm here for it. Page of Swords. How brilliant is this? It is what you get as a result. So you release the Knight and you get a page. Well, hey, what's really interesting here is that let's just look at like the big picture. So the Page of Swords is a beginning. This is a childlike energy. This is a newbie energy, right? And then the Knight is a graduation from that energy. And then the 10 of Swords is the last key in that minor arcana suit, right? So it's like as you release these things, as you move, around the wheel, clockwise, you get the Page of Swords. You get to return to this aspect of yourself that is excited by life, that is new, that is that younger inner child energy at the precipice of a new cycle, as opposed to being at the end of it like a king, right? So I really like this for you. Page of Swords traditionally as well is being highly inquisitive, highly curious. The Page of Swords is an archetype, and like most kids ask a lot of questions. If you have kids or have ever been around kids, it's question, 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 question all of the time, right? It's like that saying from the mouth of babes, right? It's a very Page of Swords energy. But for you coming in this way, in terms of like what you have to gain as a result of releasing the Knight of Swords, as I feel like you are embracing or have the ability to really fully embrace curiosity and move away from judgment. Right? Curiosity, not judgment, right? It's really that curiosity and having the questions that allows you access to all of the options at your disposal, right? So it's like you're going to have access to a lot of newness around you as a result of closing out certain thought patterns and certain ways of thinking and certain communication styles, both with yourself and others, and then coming into this Page of Swords energy. It's like the world opens up for you and it's all about the new, which I love because that's what Scorpio season is all about. It's about ending certain things and saying goodbye to certain things. It's, within the, the pagan practice, the Wheel of the Year, Samhain, Scorpio season, right? That is our new year. That's the end of the year and the beginning of a new one. And I love that you're right in line with that. It feels really, 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 really good. There's also an aspect of this Knight of Swords also that says, there could be this aspect of you in the past that really rushes to conclusions, jumps to conclusions, rushes to kind of think that you know something or understand something or have a judgment around something, or even, again, not thinking before you say something or before you, I don't know, tweet something or write that email or whatever it is. And it's like you're really, really, really allowing that to be released and let it go and approach it like a child would, like a new energy. Like, again, curiosity over judgment, being the eternal student, stepping into those shoes or, boots of the eternal student. And from that place, you're able to manifest different things beyond the bounds of what you've previously experienced, right? It's really beautiful. It's like you're shedding an aspect of yourself that's been adulting really hard, and as a result, getting to enjoy the child within you that still has a lot to learn and many new things to experience. It's really beautiful. So let's take a look at your advice here. Your last position. Advice for Scorpio is the Moon. Well, hello. Remember we've been talking about questions, and then your advice is the Moon, which is about, the Moon is about living in the unknown, right? And this is, part of your energy as well with the Moon key. Technically it represents Pisces, but it does represent Scorpios as well. So this is really beautiful here. It's really, really beautiful. When this is your advice, we can look at this literally as, living in the questions, right? Being more concerned with the questions and less concerned with the answers, right? But there's also an aspect of this that speaks of connecting into your intuition and your feeling core, and really embracing the shadow aspects of yourself that can be your superpower, right? So allowing your emotions and your intuition to really dictate your movement forward, and allowing your mind and your thought process to be young again, right? It's really, really beautiful. But I am hearing with this as well, embrace the unknown and be open to the guidance that wants to come to you, especially I'm hearing during dream time. Feels incredibly significant. Dream time. Look at the sun here in the background of the death key, and then the Moon and the sun here. It's really beautiful, Scorpio. Really, really beautiful. It feels like you are mapping out or creating a landscape during this birthday season of yours for you to really be in an entirely new place with a lot of new opportunities. I'm seeing an image of the Wheel of Fortune begin to turn because you're going, okay, I'm done with this role or this way of being, or I'm done with everything that I've experienced before. I'm really open to newness now, right? And there's a certain humility in that, going like, okay, I'm ready to learn. I'm here to learn. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna stay curious, and I'm gonna say no to judgment or thinking I have it all figured out, right? It's really stunning, actually, Scorpio. I'm excited to see what comes as a result of doing this. Should you choose to take this challenge of the moon during Scorpio season, it's absolutely stunning. So with that being said, Scorpios, I am wishing you a most happy and blessed birthday season and personal new year. And just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, and most of all, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.